All right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your support of this channel as we boldly march towards 150 subscribers. That's our next goal. Thank you all for your support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. It's a little bit late. Okay, it's a little late. I'm going to have a coffee. I know, coffee late at night. What can I tell you? Tonight's remote view is kind of unusual because at first I attempted to connect with what was going on in DC, concerns about Donald Trump's health. Yeah, so that was the first thing I was focusing on because everybody is talking about his health and whether or not anything is going on with his health. And so I've been fielding a lot of questions about that as a remote viewer. I use a remote viewing technique which is close to Vajrayana Buddhism. Remote viewing is a different school. This is based more on empathy technique, where you try to get into a trance-like state and we're all part of the collective, and then you try to become the thing or person that you're trying to access information on. And if you wear their skin energetically, you can access thoughts, etc., plans. A remote viewer cannot see the future, but we can see what the thoughts and intentions of others are when we put ourselves in the shoes of the other. And in that way, we can often see what the most likely outcome is. This type of remote viewing, based on empathy, has been used in wartime originally, which is, the art of war is the ability to truly see things from the perspective of your enemy. And you're a very powerful person indeed if you can look at the world the way your enemy sees you. Be able to look at the world the way the enemy sees you. That's power. So Trump is limping. Trump is weak. And I hear myself repeating terms that as Trump, when I become Trump, when I put myself in the shoes of Trump, my first thought is that there are rumors in DC that I'm having problems, that the rumors are starting. Right? So I am aware as Donald Trump that my staff, to some extent, is trying to shield me. But I'm also aware that there are leaks taking place, that there are rumors starting to rapidly grow in DC about me and about my health. And I'm increasingly tired and I don't feel well. And so it's very hard for me to have the energy to quench these rumors. But I have a lot of spies. I have a lot of people that can go and get information for me. It's one of the things I learned from Roger Stone. Pay people. Information is power. Be willing to pay people for tipsters. This is how I'm thinking as Trump. For those people at Whimsy, people often get confused when I do remote viewing. So all of that is going on in my head as Donald Trump. The other thing I'm starting to notice as Trump is this disrespect and lack of fear of me. Like we talked about the fact that J.D. Vance is getting a little cocky. You got a nice chair there, right? Sitting in his chair, maybe. Not literally, but this kind of energy of you're finished, old man. Kind of it's an interesting energy that's starting to happen. And I feel as Donald Trump myself saying that the sharks are circling. The sharks are circling, there's blood in the water. There's blood in the water, right? The sharks are coming. So on some level, I, as Trump, believe that there are rumors about me that are swelling and growing, and in response to that, there are sharks now in the water. There's blood in the water. This is what it is to be Donald Trump right now. You understand? So they're circling me and there's blood in the water. So then I, as a remote viewer, I need to find out what he's talking about. And so I need to jump into the shoes of his enemies. His enemies that smell blood in the water. The cocky J.D. Vance that's giving him that look. The respect is gone. I'm going to have that seat. Crazy old man, right? So, where we are right now, the situation that we are in right now, is that when you go into the energy of who his enemies are, I find I am old school Republicans. And I hear myself saying, I bit my tongue because that is what my party asked me to do. And I put up with your antics and your womanizing and your disrespect. I put up with it for a very, very long time because that is what my party asked me to do. And I put up with the way you spoke to my wife, my daughter, my this, my that. And I bit my tongue. And I bided my time. You made a pact, not with the devil, but you made a pact with the GOP. As far as this old school money is concerned, we're the old school money. And we bit our tongues, and I put up with a lot because this is what my party expected from me. But now it's time to pay the piper. It does have a feeling to it like, hey, it's the devil's bargain. You made a deal with the devil and now it's time to pay the devil. There's this feeling growing in the old school GOP. It really is. I bit my tongue, I bided my time. I did what my party demanded of me, and I knew that this day was going to come. There was going to be a reckoning. And I think we're there. So what we're starting to see is this open confrontation between Trump and the Senate, and that exists because they don't know if they're going to have their jobs after November. And this is a den of vipers, and there is blood in the water, and they can smell blood in the water, and they want power, and all they care about is, it's very Faustian, the devil's bargain, to play the fiddle and just to be the demon with the this Faustian devil kind of imagery. And you know you think of somebody like Roger Stone as a very Faustian character who gives you the deal and take the deal, and I wrote this and I created it, and now you're going to make this Faustian deal with Stone and all these people who paid millions, all of the people that are part of Heritage, all that hidden old Anglican money, right? Those are the people that will take down Donald Trump. Those are the people that are taking down Donald Trump right now as we speak. That is what I see. All right, I want to thank you for watching this quick remote view. If you're trying to get in for a reading with me, you can find all that information below. You can book me through Booksy for telephone consultations if you need to speak with me, and I would love to work with you. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.